Have you ever wondered how an empire spanning over a colossal territory and governing an enormous population could sustain its rule for over 270 years? This is the intriguing story of the Qing dynasty, the last imperial dynasty in Chinese history. It all began in Shenyang in the year 1636. The Manchu-led Qing dynasty was proclaimed by Nurhaci, the leader of the House of Isinjioro. Nurhaci unified the Jurchen clans, later known as the Manchus, and renounced the overlordship of the Ming dynasty, which was in power at the time. His son, Hong Taiji, was declared the emperor of the Great Qing. As the Ming dynasty crumbled, the capital city of Beijing came under the control of peasant rebels. However, the Qing army in a decisive move seized the capital and took over the government in 1644 under the Shunji emperor and his prince regent. The conquest was not immediate, and was delayed by resistance from the remaining Ming loyalists and the revolt of the three feudatories. But by the year 1683, the Qing dynasty had complete control over China. The Kangxi emperor, a Manchu ruler, embraced the role of a Confucian ruler, patronized Buddhism, and encouraged scholarship, population, and economic growth. The Qing dynasty, under his rule, asserted its superiority over peripheral countries like Korea and Vietnam, while extending control over Inner Asia, including Tibet, Mongolia, and Xinjiang. The pinnacle of the Qing era came under the rule of the Qianlong emperor, who led the 10 Great Campaigns and personally supervised Confucian cultural projects. However, after his death, the dynasty faced a multitude of challenges, including internal revolts, economic disruption, official corruption, and foreign intrusion. Despite these challenges, the population rose to a staggering 400 million people. However, the Qing dynasty couldn't escape the inevitable decline. The Opium Wars marked the beginning of the end, as the Western colonial powers forced the Qing government to sign unequal treaties, granting them trading privileges and control over several ports. The Taiping Rebellion and the Dungan Revolt led to the deaths of over 20 million people, further destabilizing the empire. In the late 19th century, the Qing dynasty attempted to implement reforms and introduce foreign military technology. However, defeat in the First Sino-Japanese War led to the loss of suzerainty over Korea and cession of Taiwan to Japan. The Empress Dowager Cixi thwarted the ambitious 100 Days Reform in 1898, further crippling the dynasty. The final nail in the coffin was the Anti-Foreign Boxer Rebellion in 1900, which resulted in foreign powers invading China and imposing a punitive indemnity. Despite the government's efforts to initiate fiscal and administrative reforms, the Qing dynasty was overthrown in the Xinhai Revolution in 1912, marking the end of an era. To summarize, the Qing dynasty, the last imperial dynasty in China, was a powerful empire that ruled over a vast territory and a massive population. It was a time of great cultural and economic growth, but also a period marked by internal revolts, corruption, and foreign intrusion. The dynasty's downfall was precipitated by a series of events including the Opium Wars, the Taiping Rebellion, and the Boxer Rebellion. Despite its decline, the Qing dynasty's influence on Chinese history and culture is undeniable and continues to resonate even today.